Funny how love can be so close and still not know where to find you. I remember reaching out when your heart was somewhere else. Took the silence for an answer, started leaning on myself. Then the seasons changed between us. You came looking for that door, but I'd already learned the feeling of not knocking anymore. Maybe nobody meant to leave, maybe hurt just changed the view. You were waiting when I was running, I was waiting when you moved. We loved each other at different times. You reached for me when I let go, I reached for you when you closed your eyes. Neither one of us could know. Maybe love wasn't the problem, maybe time it drew the line. We kept missing each other at different. There were words we never heard right, there were signs we read all wrong. Little moments turned to distance, then the distance stayed too long. I could blame you for the ending, you could blame me just the same. But two hearts can tell one story and remember different pain. Maybe nobody meant to leave, maybe pride just held the truth. You were calling through your silence, I was doing the same thing too. We loved each other at different times. You reached for me when I let go, I reached for you when you closed your eyes. Neither one of us could know. Maybe love wasn't the problem, maybe timing drew the line. We kept missing each other at different times. If I knew then what I know now, would it change the way we felt? Will a moment of understanding have been enough to break the spell? I don't need another answer, I don't need to make you wrong. Some love isn't meant to vanish, it just learns to move along. We loved each other at different times, maybe that's all there is to know. You needed me when I stepped away, I needed you when you let go. Maybe love wasn't the problem, maybe life just crossed the lines. We were right for one another at different times. No villain, no perfect side, just two hearts at different times.